Why do you hate your parents? I've been asked that more times than I can count, usually with judgment dripping from every syllable. The truth is, I don't hate them in the way you'd hate someone who wronged you once. I hate them like you'd hate a storm that never ends. A slow, consistent destruction that you learn to live with but never truly escape. Growing up, our house looked perfect from the outside. White picket fence, two-story suburban dream, my mom baking cookies on Sundays, my dad mowing the lawn shirtless with a beer in hand. People thought we were the American dream, but inside those walls, love was a currency I had to earn, and I never had enough in the bank. My mother cared more about appearances than emotions. She ironed my clothes but wrinkled my spirit. She'd say things like, "Don't cry, it'll ruin your mascara," or "You'll never get a husband acting like that." I was 11. My father was worse. Not violent, no. That would have been easier to explain. He was emotionally absent, cold, controlling, and strategic in how he showed affection. It was always conditional. A good grade? I'd get a pat on the back. A B plus? Silence. Once I made a painting in art class I was so proud of. He threw it away, said it looked like a toddler made it. I stopped painting after that. They never hit me, but they crushed me in ways bruises never could. I remember getting into my dream college on a full scholarship, and instead of congratulations, my mom asked, "You're not going to turn into one of those liberal feminists, are you?" I didn't speak to her for 3 months. As an adult, I tried to set boundaries. I moved 2 states away. I limited calls. I stopped coming home for the holidays, but they always pulled me back in with guilt. "We did everything for you. We gave you a good life." And sure, they gave me food, shelter, and education, but they never gave me safety, never gave me warmth, never made me feel like who I was mattered more than who they wanted me to be. When I finally started therapy at 29, my counselor asked, "What would you say to your parents if they were in this room right now?" And I wrote. I sobbed for the first time in years. And then I said, "I needed you to love me without conditions. I needed you to tell me I was enough even when I failed. I needed hugs, not silence. I needed less advice and more listening. I needed parents, not critics." So no, I don't hate them in the simple way that word implies, but I hate how they made me feel like a burden for needing love. I hate how they taught me to distrust my own emotions. I hate that, even now, at 33, I still flinch when someone raises their voice, even if it's not angry. I hate that healing from them has become my full-time job. So next time someone asks, "Why do you hate your parents?" This is why. Because not all abuse leaves scars on skin. Some of it lives in your lungs, in the way you breathe around other people. Some of it hides in your smile, forced and strained. And some of it gets passed on like a toxic heirloom unless you break the cycle. And I will. I already am.